still searching for someone to lead me? Can you guide me to the revolt inside me? Promise surviving the breach. Promise surviving the breach in the sky. Templar igniting fire inside me. Make her remind me, gone are the days of our peace. Now we reside in the great divide. The promise surviving the breach in the sky. Once we were in our peace with our lives assured. Once we were not afraid of the dark. Once we sat in our kingdom with hope and pride. Once we ran through the fields with great stride. We hailed the fate and the demon's flight, so far from our children and from our lives. We held together the fragile sky to keep our way of life. Once we raised up our chalice in victory. Once we sat in the light of our dreams. Once we
I've got a sponsored stream offer from fucking HelloFresh.
once we were not afraid of the night.
Actually, come of all the sponsored streams, it's not the worst.
Demon's flight, so far from our children and from our lives.
I really like the tavern song. Very good. Feeling a bit Ornesian today. Why not? Actually, no, I'm just mocking Dorian. Right. Many mods have been installed to attempt me to whore my way through the companions. Ugh, excuse me. Fucking everybody popping in. Love it. Which save file is this? Okay, so I've not spoken to Blackwell yet. No, I have not. Good. Love it.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiralu was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port.
Reasonable.
But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The nobles of Orlais were worried about their own health, not the Empress's.
Some must have purposefully turned a blind eye. There's often room for advancement when thrones change. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
I kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over less.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport. Don't
Outrage is a
forget,
sport.
Leliana had something she wished
Or
to speak
legions.
about, Inquisitor. Yes?
Right. So, I need to go
Let's
speak
speak
to
later.
Liliana.
Farewell.
The carpet had a moment to itself there. We're going to initiate as many romances as possible, and then we're going to go kill a dragon. Sounds like a fun start to the day.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
Got a point.
It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear.
If the Chantry led them to this place, it can lead them out of it. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems. Inquisitor, may I have a word? I
Here we go.
notice you've paid Lady Montelier quite a number of compliments.
You found me out, Spy Master.
An entanglement with our ambassador seems most unwise.
Yeah.
I asked Josephine to join the Inquisition because we needed a diplomat, not so she could be toyed with.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm incredibly
I enjoy
invested
being with Josephine.
in option number
I'm
3.
not trying to break her heart.
Then I would be more cautious. Josephine's no stranger to courtly intrigue. But love? There she's an innocent. She has no idea you are truly attracted to her. If indeed you are.
What do you have against the idea of me being attracted to Josephine?
I have not known you long, Inquisitor. Neither has Josephine. Her heart is easily carried away. I want to be sure it's taken by someone who truly cares. So, if you feel anything towards Josephine, I want to know.
Yes. I'm very attracted to Josephine.
Yeah, same
Is
as
that
the
so?
accent.
Whatever is between you, I ask that you treat her with kindness. For her sake, as well as yours.
That definitely sounds like a threat.
Whatever happens, I'm glad to see Josephine has a concerned friend here.
I have so few true friends these days.
What are you gonna do, you spooky
Those that are
lyrium
left,
ghost?
I deeply cherish. I will not trouble you any further, but I do watch over my friends. Good day, your worship.
Wake up from a dream and realize Liliana was dead the whole time. Don't know why I did it outside. I could have easily gone down the middle and just landed on Solus again. Oh yeah, speaking of, we should go kill his friend. Get out my way.
Well, Liliana just gave me quite the speech.
What about?
About us.
Oh, she is impossible. Might we discuss this somewhere more private?
That's what I'm here for.
Leliana said I was an innocent in love?
More or less.
Of all the... I'm quite capable of understanding our association. I've never thought your intentions were overly romantic, Inquisitor. I assure you.
Perhaps I should have composed a ballad then, or sent roses.
What? You mean you do?
Aww.
We've only just... I didn't wish to presume you harbored any tender feelings for me.
But I am attracted to you. Quite, in fact.
But we haven't even known each other a few short months. How can you declare this liking for me after such a brief time together?
I don't know why I can't stop thinking about you, Josephine. I only know that I do.
I would not object to a closer relationship between us, my lady.
Hey, solid.
If that sounds agreeable to you.
Thank the maker.
Ah, you have no idea how happy I am to hear that.
Well, then.
Hey. Yep, this is the one you joined in on. Solid. Oh, the little foot. I remember that was one of my favourite parts of that as well. I need to send that screenshot to Emma. Dope, is my stream lagging or is that just me? No, there's 0.3% dropped frames, and I think it's because I keep screenshotting.
You fight for God, for honor, for country,
Hey!
for family. For yourselves I do not care, so long as you fight!
More romantic, solid. Thank you very much for the 23 months in a row of Prime subscriptions. Very appreciative. Wait, speaking of, I need to check something. Apparently, according to a thing I watched earlier today, tips made to stream elements need to be, redeemed. They need to be accepted or something. I'm just double checking that's not true. Don't think it is. Maybe it is, I don't know. Yeah, I watched a video earlier today that just showed up when I was scrolling through, it's YouTube shorts and all that fucking nonsense. And it said, apparently, if you use stream elements for getting your tips on Twitch and stuff like that, it doesn't automatically go into your account. You need to like redeem it from like a wallet, which would mean I've missed every donation I've ever had.
She looked through me from the garden.
Count yourself fortunate. I wouldn't wish to be considered a rival of them I was.
What did I tell you?
Love seeing you, yeah?
Oh, actually, yeah. Let me just save here and then load an earlier version, cause there's a much funnier version of the cutscene when you're on the roof with Sarah. There's a much funnier version than the one I got, because the one I got was kind of tame and like cute and everything. But there's another version you can get which is way funnier. I didn't want to pick it because the symbol for it at the time was like an angry fist, because it was like a shouty one. But in that regard, it's actually kind of funny. So.
We don't need those chargers. We've soldiers enough without cell swords.
Yes.
Ah, damn it.
I was thinking you and I should get to know each other.
You've got a pretty way about you. We can see where that's...
Hang on. Shit, this is the wrong version. This one, I think. Yes, it is this one. Sorry about the drunk guy in your eyes. Don't know. Maybe? I did see you post something about it, I think. Oh, this is way too early. Or is it? No, I don't think it is actually. Oh, you Snapchat? No, I've not been on Snapchat today. I like how no one questions the fact that, oh, the Inquisitor, who claims to be a Tal Vashoth and not at all influenced or associated with the Qun, appears to have a lot of Qunari heraldry and decorative options in the Inquisition stronghold.
I don't know.
That's an oof, solid.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar.
It's meant to be great.
Brianna.
Oh god.
The Duchess.
I actually
And
finished
Crucifix.
some great
Right in
Fanta
the
before we
dangle
started.
bag.
You think all those people should be treated the same?
After Halam Sharel? Kind of. They all get little people killed and don't care. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a book for the throne. A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I
Walks
hate
off after-
those things.
That's pretty
With
fun.
their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briala being an idiot, the whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Wouldn't that be fun? Right. Come here. There we go.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
With you, I'll do anything.
I bet, yeah. Come on, let's do it.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
No, it's just that this is all a little confusing.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The ones she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this is great, you're great, so I thought maybe me and you could make some, I don't know, us cookies. Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
It is stupid. You dragged me here to badmouth a sad, dead woman.
It's not about that. Feelings are hard, all right.
Not for an adult.
Bullshit! And I'm trying to say I like it here. I thought you'd want to know that and eat my shitty cookies.
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to have them. It's still stupid.
I know!
Good!
I knew this was a dumb idea. Come on, I need a drink. Should have just said thanks, yeah? So stupid.
That's the version I wanted to do the first time through. Way more fun. It'll be that one that I just made. Yeah.
Back, yeah? Always good.
I was thinking you and I should get to know each other.
You've got a pretty way about you. We can see where that goes, if it goes the way I like. I'd say you're getting there. Woof. Are you getting there? And
She
I am
is
a
short
good
as
judge of
fuck.
people. I don't date pricks. Really, because prick and prick... Look, you're nice. Let's travel around more. I get to know you. We'll see.
Back, yeah? Always good.
If I'm correct, you can yeet cookies at someone.
Everyone's ants from here. I like ants.
I do remember seeing like a video of her like chucking a cookie and like hitting Cullen in the back of the head or something.
Pleasure as always, boss.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Ever since I looked at the way he sits and went, oh shit, that's exactly how I sit as well, I've had issues. Don't fucking laugh at me, NPC. Fucking game's mocking me at this point.
Oh, Bells, it's you.
Oh yeah, I need to check with the,
Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose.
Hey, Maxie.
I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
Yeah, pretty much.
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Ultima contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
It's a little fucking voice crack. Okay.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisition.
I need quarries, is what
Another time.
I require. So we're gonna do two things just now. One, we're gonna go to the hinterlands and then go here, cause I have a dragon to kill. Right, Dorian. I want to see that fan art now, by the way. Aaron, you can't just say that and not post it.
Nothing to report. Sir.
It's on fucking Tumblr, of course it was. Right, dragon time, which is of course why I brought Iron Bill. Ow! What an asshole!
Looks like dragon territory. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Guys, please don't die before we even start fighting the dragon. Just, oh, that's an obsidian, but yeah. There we go. It's heading to its fucking house now, I think. Let's go kill this one. Okay, so it's too big to do that too. Well, it's always the ones you don't expect, Maxie. I was about to try and save, but then the game decided we were fighting the dragon.
Oh, would you look at that? That is magnificent!
Ow. stuck. I'm gonna be honest, they really improved the feeling of the dragon fights in this game compared to the other two games. Still not my favorite dragon fight. That will forever be the one from Dragon's Dogma, but still. Well, at least it tastes like grape. Ow. Oh yeah, Dorian's dead. I should go get him. Dorian, what happened to you, buddy? Fucking was. Dorian just got deleted. They sound way spookier as well. Oh yeah, I'm conveniently using the dragon killing weapon. Taste the power of God. I killed a dragon with the power of God. Doesn't it normally fly away up there?
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I'm alive. Really. Alive.
Turns out Bull is not the only one who gets horny over killing dragons.
See the way everything lit up when it tried to fry us. Now that is a fight.
Hang on, a codex unlocked for Sarah. The mission at the battle and speaks to her in a way that, for which she was not prepared. She is actually also horny for them. I didn't know that the codex stuff like unlocked more as you went. It's kind of interesting. Not only that, she leveled up from it. Yeah. That's the effect that dragon fighting has, apparently. So apparently to fix Ailey's problem, she just needs to go kill a dragon. I need to stop making those jokes. I also didn't know there was a loot cave back here. Neat. Sarah, could you stop being on fire, please? Sarah's on fire because clearly killing that dragon got her all hot and bothered. What's with the all the AI are being funky because like even Bull's like miles away from me for some reason. You know, like, listen, just come over to me, please. Where's Dorian? Oh yeah, I forgot Dorian's doing this weird ghosty shit. Wait, no, it's not this one. Well, actually, I think this one can fight you up here, but it's the Storm Coast one that I'm thinking of that you have to fight on a little precipice. Right, so there's that done. We'll head back to Skyhold, drink with Iron Bull, because, obviously. I like those, I've also just seen the thing of Cullen with long hair. I approve. Admittedly, I say everyone should have long hair and a beard, so... Like, I go around, like, everyone in the class. I tell Ailey, like, once, like, 3 times a week to grow a beard.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
What exactly am I supposed to be drinking?
Maras lok.
What does that mean?
It means drink.
Tell me, Aaron.
Ooh.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar.
You should grow a beard
What
then.
I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said, you shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsadathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing
Sounds
fire
like a
at us.
German phrase, doesn't it?
I know, right? Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink. Nice. To dragons.
Probably drinking the equivalent of fucking engine oil.
To the Iron Bull.
And his ass-kicking Inquisitor.
If you say so.
Oh. Harding wants to teach people how to dance. That's really cute. I actually really like that. It's wholesome as hell. Ah, here we go.
You wanted to see me? Bull!
I got it! Yeah, my soul's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, though, so... Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
You knew the assassins were coming.
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrath training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking?
Okay, now you're going a bit far.
See? Like that. If I'd warned you were the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
Are you all right?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec, liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now. As it is, it stings like shit. But that's about it.
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrath? Besides, This wasn't serious. Sending 2 guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Talva Shoth. Talva fucking Shoth.
You acted like a Talvishoth for years. That didn't change you. Neither does this.
That was just a role. This is my life. As one of those. I've killed hundreds of Talvishoth in Saharan. Bandits, murderers, bastards who turned their back on the Qun. And now I'm one of them.
Bullshit. You're a good man.
Without the Qun to live by.
Hey, you're a good man. If the Ben Hasrath don't see that, it's their loss.
Thanks, boss. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be. Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
Hmm? Oh. This is where these 3 live. See. I'll deal with that later.
I hope you can forgive me for pushing you away.
I've missed something, clearly.
You're the one beating yourself up over... something.
I can't hide anything from you. I owe you an explanation for what I did. But not here.
This is all sounding very suspicious.
Don't make up your mind until we get there.
Finally, a place for... the horses! I forgot about the Ferelden horses.
Didn't I? Didn't I get them off of him? Right. Cassandra. Gunsman still there. Staff. And enchantment staff. VN gets nothing. So this can have that one. Vivian doesn't change, and you've already got a decent weapon. Cool, can sell everything else. Now, potentially, I will have kicked off the Iron Bull romance as well. I don't know if it starts by going to my cores if I need to talk to him, but we'll find out. Plus, I installed a mod, I want to see if it worked. It was a pajama replacer. No, apparently nothing. Cool. Let's check that then. Actually, come to think of it, with the retexture, this is definitely my favourite one to wear around Skyhold. Looks really good. I suppose I'll have to go and talk to Vivian at some point, won't I, to do her fucking quest. Plus she probably wants to talk about being divine, doesn't she? Ugh.
Of course.
I was about to say, Cram, that's not how you sit on a chair. I feel like this might be it.
So, listen, I've caught the hints. I get what you're saying. You want to ride the bull. Can't say I blame you, but I'm not sure you know what you're asking. Not sure if you're ready for it.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
See, you say that, but you really don't know what that means.
Are we gonna do this or not?
Last chance.
A little slower and a lot harder.
God damn.
Is the Inquisitor inside? I have some information that maybe...
No. Let her rest.
I see. See, it's that cutscene, which is why I find the idea, because Iron Bull is a bisexual romance, which is why I find the idea of being a male dwarf Inquisitor and romancing Iron Bull to be really funny. Just gonna put a mark on the stream there and clip that to send to Emma later, because she'll definitely appreciate seeing that cutscene. Yeah, I need to go up and talk to fucking Vivian, don't I?
We fought demons. They're real. And they died. The Maker doesn't die. He doesn't do anything. And that means he's real. Old gods aren't. Go talk to Shizel. I don't understand this shit.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you'd like to do more often, then.
Watch as you twist an entire empire around your little finger. Yes, please. Of course, that leaves only Tevinter. And it wouldn't work as well there.
No? Why not?
Our dances are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
Hey, it's a reference to the one from the fucking second game. Love it.
I should go.
Here I thought we were just getting to the good part.
Right, time to talk to this bitch.
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Wait, isn't Morrigan in the, in Skyhold now?
You acquitted yourself well enough in the game, my dear, and now you have the gratitude of an empire. Well done.
Do you think that you and I might someday...
How very sweet of you to ask, but no.
At least she's honest. No, I think that one's not quite accurate, Aaron. For once. Well, for the meme, of course. Didn't even know there was rooms up here. Oof, someone got dumped. We need to fix that hole in the roof. Ah, fuck. Saw a thing there. Oh shit, yeah, Kieran. That's his name or something, right?
You're the Inquisitor. You're very tall. Mother didn't say you were Canary.
Oh? I'm told it's the first thing one notices about me.
I noticed your blood. It doesn't belong to your people.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
Is that a Grey Warden symbol he's wearing?
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad, perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So, 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
There's something rather unusual about him.
There is. He is a special lad. It falls to me to protect him from anything and anyone that mean him ill. Most of all, he must be protected from myself. No one could harm him more than I. To think, until recently,
I can imagine.
This place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tara Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. I know you did not want me here, Inquisitor. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Just don't hold anything back. We need every advantage.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he
I
can
feel like
succeed,
Meryl should have come
it is
back
that
in
he
some
actually
way,
may.
for sure. I'm gonna talk to Josephine. Oh look, the little demon godchild. Excuse me? So you're telling me that when you grow deep mushrooms, a dead spider corpse grows with it? I see.
Mother Giselle said the Maker is acting through us. She doesn't do anything directly. How are you, my lady?
Let's meet away from prying eyes for a while. Just you and me.
A meeting? I could find a place for us to... Oh, together. My word. Well, then, do lead the way.
I know, it's really funny. It's because of this camera zoom mod that I've got. Right. That's what I was going to do. I was going to go and find a quarry, which is somewhere in that area. Private. The garden. Yeah. Spellbinders. Those are the ones that are... Oh god, what the fuck was
Dorian,
that?
those words you say. Inquisitor.
Oh god. I don't know what the fuck that was. Or why that was. What the actual fuck? He's got the best grip on rocky surfaces out of all the mounts, Aaron. And when he's done a good job, I can shake his hand and we can move on from there. Have you not noticed the fact that this mount has fucking hands? Solid. Look at his front legs. Aaron fucking hates it, which is why I use him. Oh, that's a bear. And bears are apparently really fucking dangerous now because I enabled that trial. That's not too bad. I fucking disappeared when I did that. That looks like it might be over there. Yes, it is. I have 2 quarries. I got one in Crestwood as well.
Stupid Darkspawn ruin everything. We're killing them, right? Because we are.
Nice. Okay then.
That went pretty well, I think.
You could say that again, Dorian?
No. I can do that.
So it is working. Good to know. I just need to be in tactical cam to do it. Golden Scout House.
I'll never get all the blood out of this.
Like a typical Tevinter. Right. So, done that. World map, Crestwood. quarry should be like here somewhere. So if I go here and then out the back, I should be able to find it, because I remember roughly where it was, but apparently I've not cleaned it. Because it says I've only got one, but I should have two. Oh, it's not this way. What is this way?
Just once, we should enter a cave and see normal-sized spiders.
Feel that? Why does that feel like a comment on game development? Healing mists grenade from a spider. See. Excuse me. This is not where I wanted to go, sadly. There's probably another way out, because there was another cave exit. It's probably that way. Who took the time to make these little, like, person-shaped fucking sconces? And who keeps coming down here to light them? Oh, never mind, there was not another exit. Yes. No. Well, stop it, Aaron. Very strange, it's a waste of Inquisition resources. Oh yeah, it's this way. You're gonna keep doing it forever. Oh, that's just rude. Don't mind me, guys. Just passing through. Fucking go around doing this weird teleport shit. Oh yeah, the dragon's over here. Because I woke it up, funnily enough. I have claimed this one, why did it not count? Oh, because I didn't go down here and claim it. I'm stupid. that dragon's a high level. I'm not gonna go this way. Where are the next ones to find? Salt Coast, Crestwood. Fucking Hissing Wastes has 2. Emerald Graves has 2. Exalted Plains has 2. Okay, Exalted Graves apparently has one really fucking close to the Exalted Plains. Has one really fucking close to the fucking. It's like here. Oh. Oh, what can I place? Oh, the canine leather.
Greetings to you.
Iron. Oh, I don't think I can manage that.
At this rate, we'll never be on our way.
Okay, bear pelts. That's fair. I can't change my people here, can I? Ow. I had a shower today, and then my dog slobbered on me, and my fucking forearm hair was apparently stuck with something. Maybe it wasn't slobber. I just ripped a big chunk of hair at my fucking arm. Maybe I should save just in case I do wind up. Like, walking into Solus's fucking fade girlfriend. I don't think you can if he's not here. So. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. He sounds so chuffed with himself. Okay, I've gone a bit far. It's like here. You know, I don't think I took the route I was intended to take to get in here, you know that? Okay. Given anyone can do this, Dorian, put your weak little wizard muscles to work and break that open for me.
Go! Want a hand with that?
Well, you don't need to tell us, Attila. God, keep that shit to yourself. Welcome to the stream, though.
Perhaps it just needs the magical touch.
Nah. I've been actually getting concerned recently because my laughter in actually funny situations is becoming concerningly Magilish. It may become... There it is! There's apparently a logging thing right next to it as well. Yeah, this is true. But at the same time, is it really a problem? There's apparently a logging site quite close to that quarry, according to my little map. Oh, it's like more over here-ish. Oh god. I imagine. I can imagine. Ah, there's a logging site. There's currently a particular four-legged individual trying to get my attention. And I know that if I look at him, he will jump off at me. I think he needs out though, so I'm gonna go do that. Fine. God, chill out, dog. Yeah, it's always Arky. Right, back in a wee bit. Thing is, Solid's microphone's pretty good. It's Firebow's microphone for a headset and shit. Yeah, I mean he's got a real microphone now, so he's not complete ass anymore at the time. What are you doing? Away with you.
Is that all for today? We are honored to serve.
How do I?
Oh my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've... Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center. We are...
But how do I choose what it is though?
Another time.
Do I need to do it in the fucking Undercroft?
Your worship.
I mean, Attila, you didn't hear the noise that played fucking earlier. Horrible. There was a fucking, like, I travelled into a different area and, like, all of us just got unnecessarily bombarded by a sound. I don't know what caused it either. Okay, so... Templar Tower. How do you do it? Oh, it spawns an upgrade marker on the northern wall. I'm stupid. Yeah, there. Yes, there it is. It's this one that's being upgraded. Templars, obviously. Because I don't have any mages. Or I don't have many mages.
A true Templar hold. Now we're in
Something appears to be missing here. I think not everything has spawned. That bottom floor. Well, maybe when I reload the area. Right. I need to go to the hissing wastes and shit.
Yes?
How far do your roots go back to Orlais?
Very far. The Montiliers used to have vast holdings in Val Royaux itself. I wish I could have seen them, especially the ones bearing the family crest. The original crest design was abandoned when we were exiled from the city. I've always wanted to find a copy.
Does anyone gossip about us?
Has our being together set any tongues wagging?
Undoubtedly. A rumor already gave you a dozen suitors the moment you took your title.
Who are these rumors pairing me with?
I can only speak to what was whispered in several courts.
Josephine?
To begin with, Cassandra, Liliana, Cullen, Dorian, Mother Giselle, the Lord Seeker, Chancellor Roderick, 2 barons, 3 maids, and some man named Philip. Honestly, I don't think he even exists.
That sounds about right.
Speak later.
Another time.
Won't lie. I'd say those rumors were accurate, if I'm honest.
Worship?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost.
Don't mind me, guys. I love the fact that you take no fall damage in Inquisition in Skyhold.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous.
Yes, the toll harvester.
Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yes. And I respect his decision.
As do I. Not that he's willing to listen. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he come to me?
Yeah, Cullen's armor's good.
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Cassandra's armor's pretty good as well. Plus they're standing in front of a furnace, so probably everyone's pretty hot at this moment. Haha. Funny. Did you see us begin the Iron Bull romance, Aaron? Demon.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter.
Oh boy.
Forgive me.
Cullen, if you need to talk...
You don't have... I never meant for this to interfere.
Are you going to be all right?
Yes. I don't know. You asked what happened to Ferelden's Circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's Circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
This doesn't have to be about the Inquisition. Is this what you want?
No. But these memories have always haunted me. If they become worse, if I cannot endure this...
Obviously, the romance path for Cullen does not take into account the fact that I am 3 feet taller than the regular partners.
You can.
All right.
It is a heart-to-heart, yeah. It's going to be a face-to-tit moment later.
I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
What is it with the Inquisition soldiers and just phasing through solid objects? What the fuck? So let's see, I've begun potentially Sarah's, Josephine's, Cullen, Blackwall, Ironville. The only one I've not done that females can romance is Solus, and that's because no. And the other ones are obviously not available because they are not gay.
A captain sent back sketches of the walls. Our experts say they look elven.
Interesting. Does Corypheus send scholars to find something the elves buried? Or something buried with them?
Investigate Lord Enzo of Antiva. Smuggling red lyrium into Antiva. Thus far, they have evaded our grasp. We believe Lord Enzo of Rialto is assisting them. Clever, well-liked, and has relations among Antivan royalty. Who doesn't?
Inquisitor.
Well, we know. Send in the boys.
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not
bait?
Hush. Just look pretty.
Celebrate the dragon slaying. Ooh, missing assassin. Severan!
Inquisitor.
Evading the crows now. Where's that one? Another chapter of Hard and High Tone. Two points. That book is abysmal. Arky, you've just been out. Bed. Yeah, the entire code-breaking department was to set it on fire. It seems about right.
Let's see what we have.
Oh god, there's so many. Hunter Sheet Dracolisk. Ooh. Send in the boys! Dance with the dojo.
To work? All right.
Hey, holding to the Inquisition. Morfran's arrived.
Inquisitor.
There is no reported theft, as they have no need, but there is legendary brawling, as they cannot stop. That sounds like Movran.
To work?
Oh. It's a shad and a shad and a shad 2 to look for him. We're running out of shads. Seven dead humans and one Kunari not far from the Imperial Highway.
All right.
Since we're being barbaric, why not set her head on a pike? That was a joke. Do not ask for a head on a pike. Say if you whisper last season 3 times and you're walking, the box Duchess will appear and you will be cursed to wear flat shoes. She does, you know, it happened to an Arl I knew. I dare you, Inara, says Liliana. Alright, Aaron. Catch you there. Superb amulet of evasion from Zevran. Love it. Offer from the Imperial Army.
Inquisitor.
Getting things moving. The T-bows rose with a pop. Send in the boys.
Inquisitor.
Raids. Send in the boys. Almost ceased to exist socially. Love it.
To work?
Inquisitor.
6 bags of Tevinter car were found wrapped in the Blanchard coat of arms and nailed to the janitor's board in Valrio. Oof.
Let's see what we have.
I'm not going to support Cassandra because I actually want Liliana to wind up in charge. Now both the Western Approach and the Hissing Wastes have quarries. Western Approach has 3 of them, whereas the Hissing Wastes has 2 of them. I only need 2 quarries, however, so Hissing Wastes is, I think, which is this one. But I'm apparently not allowed to do it. Interesting. I do have the power, so why it's not letting me, I don't know. There we go.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
Ooh, Canary Bench accessory.
Inquisitor.
To work?
Let's see what we have.
At your service.
Right. Not actually been here yet, either. Or to Infeast. I'll head to the Emerald Graves, I think. Actually, I should go do fucking Wallace's Knobs personal story. Solace.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Hope you've got
I
your
said boss's
comfortable boots
knob.
on. The scouts have seen a number of Fade rifts all over the forest. We've located this mysterious Fairbanks. He won't share his information with anyone but you. He and his men are camped out at Watcher's Reach, on the path ahead. From what we can tell, they're refugees from the war. Peasants, mostly.
I do enjoy these encounters. It's like we're getting to know each other.
We are, aren't we? Such a shame our meetings are so brief. But, you know, saving the world and all that. Busy, busy.
Tell me everything you know about Fairbanks.
We don't know much about him. He appeared after the Civil War started, helping people fleeing from the destruction. Fairbanks is likely not his real name.
Do you know anything else about the region?
They call this place the Emerald Graves. Legend says that a tree grows here for every elven knight of Halam Sharal who perished in its defense. Makes you sad, doesn't it?
Thedas is soaked in blood. If I worried about those who've died in every place I went, I'd be a sobbing mess.
That's one way of thinking about it.
Thank you for the information. I'll head out.
One other thing. A group of deserters from the Imperial armies has established itself here.
Of course.
Freemen of the Dales, they call themselves. They are hostile to the Inquisition, and everyone else. Watch your back, Inquisitor.
The Fremen. Right, let's have a gander here at my list of places and things. I'm just gonna look in like where everything is in relation to the camps. That's normally where I like mark it, because not everything else is always shown on these maps. Fucking I know. Right, so there was a quarry like here and one like here. And for that one. Ooh, there's also a logging stand like here-ish. I did play Elden Ring, yes. Gathering Halt, let's have a look. Yeah, I do quite like that. That's pretty good. Alright, solid. Catch you there.
Fairbanks is expecting you at the camp.
Oof. I hope so, bud. Catch you there. Sleep well. Oh, I see.
At once.
It is an honor to meet the Herald of Andraste.
I hope I don't disappoint.
Not at all, but as they say, actions speak louder.
As my missive stated, we can help each other. You have encountered the Freemen. Aggressive bastards, no? They've killed a dozen of my people. We've tried to fight, but we cannot match their strength. You can. Why should you care about this, you ask? Because the Freemen are colluding with your enemy.
Which enemy do you mean?
The rogue Templars. I've seen them through the woods, heading for the Freemen bases, leaving with crates. Destroy the Freemen, and they'll lead you straight to the Red Templars. This I promise.
I'll look into this, Fairbanks.
All my information about the Freemen is right here, in our camp. Help us, and everything I know about the Dales, about these woods, I will share with the Inquisition.
Yeah, I suppose I can. It's not too much of a hassle, I guess.
I'll bet I could do that.
I can't believe they're gone. Just like that. I don't want to talk right now. Maybe later.
Cool.
I can't believe he's making us hide out here like...
Fine by me.
Inquisitor.
Ooh, Master Lightning Rune. Nice. If only I'd, you know, enchanted my fucking weapons.
Can't believe the Inquisition's here.
We're watching you.
I don't care. Right, where's the thing? Keep fucking leaving this thing. Emerald Graves. Ah, I was actually pretty close to it. It's like there. Attila, are you okay there? You having a little moment to yourself? Oh, okay.
No crown! No noble! No Inquisition!
No talking. I was checking if it had different coloured nug skin. It did not. Now I feel bad because I just killed one nug. It's weird that, like, the material collections are only ever for metals or plants. You would expect that, like, Josephine's one would be like, oh, I'll go, like, or like one of them would be, like, Josephine's one seems like it would be like, right, she'll go get fucking herbs and shit. And then one of the other ones gets the other one, and then yeah, I suppose there's fabric. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, one of them could be this shit, one of them could be fabric and whatnot, and then the other one could be, like, ores. It's kind of strange that that's not how it's done. Oh, that was really close. Quests have we got here too? That's actually something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to my world map. Gonna travel to Caer Oswin. They bring coal. And Solus, because I can say things that'll make him mad at me. Space colonialism. I'll need you to broaden your definition of what that means, because I feel like I might think something different. Going to change the protein routes. I mean, as long as there's no fucking aliens on it.
Caer Oswin. Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
He's involved in crazy. Just like everyone else these days.
Truer words have never been spoken. Let's see what lies within.
Like, eventually Earth will, either through the shit that we do to it, or the planet, or the sun going mental, or something like that, eventually we will have to seek another planet, providing we have the capabilities. Yeah, just as long as there's not anyone already living there, don't really care. They'll be classified as people if they start shooting us down. I don't know. With the rate that humanity's arrogance is growing, I wouldn't put it past us.
Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Sorry about that. Dragon Talk. I think I've only had like one of those so far.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this.
Fair. Oh, I see. What?
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Magister Calpurnia, leader of the Venatori. Does Corypheus not realize the Promisers want the world to end? What use are they to him?
Sounds like they're perfect for each other.
I suppose it does. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to red lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
You sound worried.
I am. The Seekers are my family.
Serrated Kunari blade. Oh, cool. Useless because the axe I've got is really fucking good, but oh, cool. Serrated from my blade. It's got blood grooves in it, as Arenville would say. Yeah, well. That is the Ferelden throne, I believe. It's got red lyrium sticking out of it. The only thing I should be going looting around in now. Oh yeah, the guy that's dying.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra! It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
What could they hope to gain from this?
Our powers. Revenge. Who knows?
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
Oof. I forgot about that.
Could it have been the demon from Therenfall?
No. The demon came later.
But a demon couldn't simply take his place without anyone noticing.
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
came here.
If we find the Lord Seeker, he's dead.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave him either.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome. He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
And now he's just a regular dead Red Templar. Oh shit, that's a big ass Krogan head. That's cool. I thought the one in Halam Sharal was the only one. Like, I knew there was an Easter egg for Krogan in it, but I didn't know there was one here. The weird statue. The fuck does that even mean? Do they just behead bears and then staple their heads back on? I can't even, like, I don't get the symbolism behind that statue. They do a little bit, yeah.
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra, with a woman I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
And you're the man who betrayed his own order.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
Your order is responsible for some terrible things.
That does not excuse what you've done.
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
And this was the right thing?
Lord Seeker, what you've done...
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
That was quick.
He was insane. He had to be. Perhaps the Envy Demon's influence? Remove the Lord Seeker so it could take over the Templars?
If so, the plan worked perfectly.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I
Yeah.
won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this Book of Secrets.
This flapjack thing has been sat in the cupboard for like months, but it's also still got months before it goes out of date. I've been eyeing it up the last couple of days, so mine now.
This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker, since the time of the Old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
That's a lot of not very exciting reading, apparently.
On the contrary, it's a delight. I'm riveted.
Oh, you're joking.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is? The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
It's a small price to pay for the greater good.
That's what I always thought. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed. The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite, from the beginning.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
We created the Rite of Tranquility. To become a Seeker, I spent months in a vigil, emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
You said there was more in the book?
At some point, power becomes its own master. We cast aside ideals in favor of expedience, and tell ourselves it was all necessary for the people. Will that happen to us, Inquisitor? Will we repeat history?
We might. It would be lying to say it's impossible.
An honest answer, if not a comforting one.
I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken.
I do not think the Seekers have been doing the Maker's work. Not truly. Perhaps we believed it once. The original Inquisition came to be during a terrible time. But now, we harbored secrets and let them fester. We acted to survive, but not to serve. That is not the Maker's work.
Does Cassandra really need to wear 8 belts on her arms?
If you did rebuild the Seekers, how would you do it?
I can't be the only one remaining. We will always spread to the winds, and some may still be out there. I would find them one by one. We would all read this book. No more secrets. Then together we would establish a new charter. The Maker's work in truth.
You keep saying that, but what is the Maker's work?
There is no way to know for certain. That is why we must seek it out. Perhaps we lost our way because we stopped looking.
Rebuild the Seekers. Make them better than they were.
Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking of making Liliana divine because I've also always
Thank
made
you.
her divine.
I could not have done this on my own.
That's definitely a druid fucking a bear.
Man, those serving girls are frisky.
I'd like to talk in private.
All right. What's going on, boss?
We need to talk about what happened between us.
Oh, that. Sure. What's on your mind?
Nobody has ever done that to me before. I enjoyed it.
Of course you did. Ben Hasrath training, remember? Grew up learning to manipulate people. When it's a hostile target, you give them what they want. But when it's someone you care about, you give them what they need.
Horny.
Oh, I have a need.
And I can meet that need. But first, ground rules, just so everyone's clear. I will never hurt you without your permission. You will always be safe. If you're ever uncomfortable, if you ever want me to stop, you say "Kato," and it's over. No questions asked.
It's a little unnerving that you have this down to a system.
Systems are comfortable.
Not really,
And my
but
goal
yes.
is for you to get very comfortable.
Take me.
Can do.
Yeah, the Iron Bull romance is one of my favorites, for sure. That's the thing, because, like, for Iron Bull, growing up in the Qun, it's not a big thing. Like, as he explains earlier, like, for, like, them, they go to the Tomasans as if they're gonna go see a healer. And stuff like that, you know?
Pitter patter, up and at it.
There we go. Let's try to get rid of that quest. been sat there for ages. I really have no leather, what the fuck? That sounds pretty good.
See? What did I tell you?
Where did she train? Her ways are strange.
Don't know. Ready for waiting.
I was thinking you and I should get to know each other.
Look, you're nice. Let's...
Need to travel with her more. Need to find the Inquisition guy. I can't remember where he shows up. Nice. I don't know if that was a worthy use of money or not, Attila, because I don't remember what it was.
Your worship.
Thank you. I wondered why all Skyhold seemed suddenly brighter.
Oh.
What's been going on?
Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
I have to go.
I remember that. That was Aveline trying to romance Donegan. Alright, Tell. I'm probably not getting to wait too much longer either. Ooh, cutscene.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
For what it's worth, I like who you are now.
Even after?
I'm serious.
What about you? You have troubles of your own.
He's staring at
How
her
are you
tits.
holding up?
Honestly, I'm terrified. So many people depend on us. On me. Corypheus is still out there.
We've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet. If there's anything I can do, you have only to ask.
Excuse me, boy. That was not the ending to that cutscene I was wanting.
Inquisitor?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side, despite evidence to the contrary.
That's all.
Another.
Alex, I think that cutscene's meant to trigger something as well. Let me. Go see where the guide is. I do have a mod for it that lets Kunari romance him, so.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. The machinations.
Yeah,
After our
I don't
time
care,
in
so
Halam
what's-
Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I...
If I go the rest of my life without ever dealing with the Great Game again, I will die happy.
Sadly, as the Inquisitor, it is unlikely you will live without further courtly machinations. Unless the rest of your life is very short. In which case, I doubt you will die happy. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally. Especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
Briala brought it on herself, Solus. I did what had to be done.
All right. Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much
I
in
wonder why
common with
that
the
is
elves.
Solus.
You are an elf, and a powerful mage as well. Have you ever considered trying to help your people?
How? By attacking Orlesian nobles? Should I skulk around the Dales, mourning my lost heritage?
Yes.
I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
Briala only cares about elves.
True. It is not her vision I admire. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
Like you fucking knife ear. Right. I need to go round a bit because if you go straight there, it doesn't work. for some reason. Quite a few demons here. Oh, how did you do that? Yeah, I expected Coest to come from that.
Perhaps if I made an attempt.
Perhaps if you suck my nuts, Solus. I can do it just fine, clearly.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned. My friend. Ah!
Wisdom spirit my ass.
That is not its natural form. It's been corrupted.
Corrupted?
Forced to act against its original purpose. What did they do? What did they do? What did they do? Perhaps we should ask.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against
I
its
hate
purpose!
this man's face.
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
We are not here to help you.
We came to help your friend. Any way to do that now that it's a demon?
You cannot befriend a demon? However amicable it might appear, it must...
Shut up! You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please!
It's a demon, Solus. It's already killed people. We can't risk our lives hoping you can turn it nice again.
I understand that. But if breaking the summoning circle can save it, please at least consider the option. We must hurry!
I mean, I'm gonna break it, but at the same time... You know this is an anti-Solus playthrough. Oh, wow, that nearly destroyed the demon. I am purposefully bullying him. It's very funny.
Tel Abalos en Asel Atalim. Mamilava Halan. Malasuladinadas. Magilani Mitanam.
Manuvinen. Dareth Shiral.
Come on. There's nothing here for you.
No, there is not. Not anymore. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked the summoning,
excuse me.
but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
Solus.
Never again. I need some time alone.
Why did I stop that?
I will meet you back at Skyhold.
Dead mages. That goes against this playthrough. I did choose to bully over choosing to end mages.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned. One of the mages. Killed by arrows, it would seem.
Killed by arrows? Helpful, yeah? Probably bandits or something.
These aren't mages. The bodies are burned, and these claw marks. No. No, no, no. My friend. Ah!
Wisdom.
We are not here to help you.
We can.
Inquisitor, please!
Never have just straight up killed it. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see what it says, or what Solus says. Just blows up. What the fuck are they doing?
It wasn't your friend, Solus. Maybe it used to be, but that was just a monster that needed killing.
It is not to blame for what happened. They are.
Thank you. We would not have risked the summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
Emotional damage.
Damn them all. I need some time alone. I will meet you back at Skyhold.
Honestly, I'm just gonna stick with that. It's in character. Fuck them demons, fuck them mages. Yeah, exactly. It's a shame Aaron didn't get to see that. So I'm also going to clip that as well. The Solus sim, yep.
Inquisitor.
Ready to help the Inquisition?
I am. You need me. However angry I was, I know you did not act out of hatred, but fear.
No, it was hatred.
Misunderstanding. How could I make this world better if I did not stay to help?
It was hatred.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
I know, and he's the one who wants to destroy the world.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Will ya? Aye. I don't want to buy all the big ones necessarily, so. Or do I? I don't think this is modded either, this is just a thing. A couple fucking 50 power. Get a couple Inquisition packs.
Your worship.
Plus 3? It should be more than... No, it is 3.
Inquisitor.
No, it should be 4. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, yeah, I have something for you.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
More proof the Inquisition's fame has spread.
Fame is one thing. Asking for help is another. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatori cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
But they're also mages.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Nevada.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sikar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
This helps the Inquisition. This means I don't help mages.
Inform King Marcus the Inquisition will wipe the Venatori from his borders.
Very well. It will be done. Yes?
Why was Liliana so set against us being together, Josephine?
Think nothing of it. She'd disapprove of anyone I chose to keep serious company with. Back in Valroyo, Liliana was practically my older sister.
Right, close.
So you two never had a romantic history together?
A romantic... You did hear me say Liliana was like a sister to me. She's a most dear friend, and nothing more.
I came to see if I could steal you away for a few minutes for myself.
Oh, goodness. Quickly then, before anyone needs something from us.
Okay, same cutscene.
That is the child.
He knows nothing of you,
Oh shit, Logan.
of any of it.
And when will you tell him?
He is an innocent.
As we all were. Once.
It's like, no, not letting me talk to them. Oh, fine then. Don't want to talk to your weird demon child. Yeah, that's not true. I want to try and talk to you. Why does that dwarf look so weird? His proportions are odd. Oh shit, yeah, I was gonna try and look out for Meryl's Alluvion in there. What's it?
Inquisitor, Elan Vemal. Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
He didn't seem all that friendly toward me.
A sign of his respect. Smiles are saved for fools, so they leave quickly. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Yeah, you with your weird nose. Alright, we don't need deep mushrooms, we need fucking... spindleweed. Weed. Still can't talk to Morrigan? No. Which is...
Another completed work of...
Inquisitor.
Whatever they used to call him. Honored Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhald. Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight, exactly. but it's good workmanship.
Any ideas about the origins of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what. You finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day. And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman. Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf, right?
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
See you there.
What can I do for you?
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Right, well, I think at this point I will also call it and go to bed. I have a decent start on everything, I suppose. Anyone online? What about Rush? Is he online yet? Well, I don't know, because Twitch won't fucking load. Of course it won't. There we go. And the answer is... no. Oh well. Straight to bed for me. Oh well. It's as usual, fun playing this. I'll play more. Probably tomorrow. So I'm not making good decisions here when it comes to streaming. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and until then, keep being
remind that time will not unwind. The dragon's crooked spine will never straighten into line. What we plead will be a faithful end decree, where a man will not retreat from the defeat of his fathers. Enchanters a time.